same way as he is thinking.
Yeah.
But I thought it would be doing him a disservice if I didn't tell him.
Yeah.
And it was really useful. Yeah.
So in terms of that, and within that, I sort of got an inkling of the doubt within that. So shall I tell him? Shall I not tell him? If I do tell him, what's going to happen to the relationship? If I don't tell him, what's going to happen to the relationship?
Yeah.
Like, do I trust myself? Do I not trust myself?
It's there all the time. And it's quite big. It's like a balloon of self-doubt that I sort of and it springs back.
Yeah, and you could, I could hear it in that actually that's within you, that's what you were facing. So yeah, it makes sense. It does make sense. Yeah. So I mean, you sort of said that it was to do with a lack of emotional regulation from being young, and I suppose my question was, where do you consider yourself that comes from? I didn't know if you wanted to expand on any of that, or if that, you know.
So where does the lack of emotional regulation come from? I think. Yeah, so it comes from a lack of. So my experience, I would sort of my experience feels like with emotion feels like a sort of straight line like that.
Yeah.
So I've come to realise that if there is less consistency in your relationships, where you're, or say I was exposed to different types of people, I may have gained a more varied experience, right, even if my normal sort of mum, dad and sister were not very emotionally responsive. Oh, I'm not explaining that very well. So even if I'd have had some bad experiences, bad as in we'd argued, and things had been said, and then we'd learnt how to kind of come back together again, that would have been better.
Right.
Instead there was not much. So it's like it's formed through a lack of rather than a doing to.
Right. Okay. So what I'm hearing is there wasn't anything there. In one respect, there was just, and I don't know if I've interpreted this right, there was sort of like no emotion. It was just a flattened affect. There was no up or down. It was just always very consistent, very the same. Whether anything, and I think you used the word good or bad, had happened, it just was sort of a same response. So there's no pleased or delightness in you, or no...
Yeah, and no sort of interest or invitation to share, or, no curiosity. It's like I was there and I was just not an inconvenience, but just something to be not even managed. Yeah, it's difficult to find the word. Not an inconvenience, but not... just there.
The word I heard, the word I felt was that you just existed.
Yes.
You just existed, but that was it.
Yeah.
And actually where your place in that was, you didn't know, because you just existed.
Yes, yeah.
You didn't know how to maybe be.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
But that's what I heard.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah. Which I can imagine then would make it very unsure, and like you said, I think you used the word tentative. You'd be very, I don't know what to be, where to be, who to be. Yes, definitely. So, is self-doubt something that you've explored, and it sounds like you have, but is self-doubt something you've explored in personal therapy, and then I've put and or supervision, because obviously it can be explored differently in both. So.
Yeah, again, very apparent in both. It comes up regularly in personal therapy. It's like really frustrating, because I think I need masses of time and exploration into that, and I think probably in therapy it's maybe not, we've not hovered on that enough and gone into that enough. So my therapist is really good. I think we have got a good relationship, but I think he maybe gives me not solutions but examples of maybe what I could say, or says, oh, I have got every faith in you as a therapist. And I'm like, you say that now, and you can't say otherwise, can you? And I have said that to him, and that took a lot, for me to say, so I'm worried that you will get bored with me. And he says, I won't get bored with you. So I'm worried that you get angry with me. He goes, I won't get angry with you. And I take it at the time, and seconds later I'm thinking, yeah, but you say that now, but you don't know. You don't know how much I can go on and how needy I can be. And so yeah, it comes up a lot. Yeah.
And in supervision, 'cause it sounds like there's a I think it sounded like there was a difference the way it's been explored in both. In therapy, you just sort of said that it's been explored, but maybe you'd like more space for it.
Yes.
But then in supervision, has it been explored differently in terms of with you and your sort of clients and the way that you are with them?
Yeah, I've had a bit of a tough time with supervision. I'm on my third supervisor, which is not really very helpful. At the moment, she's very good, and I'm just in a group with one other. But it occurred to me just from talking to somebody I trained with, and I thought, God, I think I'm similar. I can easily get overwhelmed with other people's ideas and other people's... so like if we're talking about therapeutic intent, I'm really shaky on that. I can never just go, oh yeah, this person and my formulation and it's going to be this. I'm really struggle to be firm on that.
And do you think that's because of your self-doubt, or do you think that's because of something else?
It's largely because of my self-doubt. Like, I've realised that I would very rarely say, well, no, I don't agree.
Right.
And it's like I need masses of space to draw out of me what I believe and what I would like to do. So quite often people can jump in, and because you're on a time pressure at supervision, time is so precious, I get confused with all of, with other people's
right
ideas. So there's not enough room for me to think about what I want to do.
Yeah. So in one respect, it's like somebody asks you maybe the question, and then as you're trying to process what that is and actually where that sits with you and what the question means and how you feel about it, other people have formulated ideas.
Yes.
And then they try and offer those as an assistance, but actually then it just takes your focus away from what you were trying to process, and then you're thinking, now I've got all of this other stuff to add into it.
Definitely. And then I'll be busy learning about solution-focused therapy and taking home handouts and books and never reading them. And so I can easily get crowded by other people's offerings.
Yeah.
Because I can't go, I don't seem to be able to say, I'm not sure, or I need a bit more time. I don't know what's going on there. But it is definitely a feeling of overwhelm. Yeah. And I hear you on that, because I think that sometimes we all do process at different speeds, and it's sometimes about, like you say, if you've had 3 seats, sometimes about your supervisor getting to know you, to then for them to be able to give you the space that you need to be able to process that, so that then you can have the confidence that, I did get there, but I might not get there in the same time as others. That's okay, because I am me and they are them. Yeah, definitely. And sometimes my way of being, I know up here that my way of being will be beneficial for some people, and frustrating for others. So it's not all bad.
No.
But I suppose it is, self-doubt is inseparable really from confidence, isn't it? From confidence, self-esteem. So I suppose as I'm talking about self-doubt, all of those things are in my mind. And it would be very difficult for me to because of all the self-doubt, it's very difficult for me to assert myself, so to say to somebody, can you just stop talking?
Yeah.
Because that's too much, and I want to talk about my other 2 clients as well.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. She was just like, my first supervisor was really good, and really experienced, and I can see that now.
Yeah.
But just something went